I'm Danica Lorer, and this is Lit Happens, your celebration of literary arts in Saskatchewan. Today I have with me Nicole Haldoupis. Nicole, welcome to Lit Happens.
Thanks.
So Nicole, let's just start off. Why don't you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm from Toronto. I'm currently doing the MFA in Writing program at the University of Saskatchewan. So I'm fairly new to Saskatoon, but I really like it here. And yeah.
So what can you tell us about the program? What's your favorite thing about being in the MFA program?
It's really great. I don't know. I really like being in workshops. It's something that I found that I missed a lot. I took a year off after doing a writing program at York University, and I found in that year off, we tried to kind of have a writing group, but it sort of wasn't really the same as sort of being in class every week with people and having guidance from a very experienced writer, professor. I also really love the mentorship aspect of it. I worked with Dave Margoshes, who was amazing. So yeah, it's been really great.
So what types of genres do you write in?
Mostly fiction. I also write poetry and nonfiction as well, though.
And so in the MFA program, have you been able to touch on different genres and maybe push yourself out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, for sure. We have to take a poetry class and a fiction class and a nonfiction class. And poetry was, I guess, something that I was less comfortable with than fiction or nonfiction. So I definitely had to go a little bit out of my comfort zone for that, but it was really fun. And
so can you tell me a little bit about what you're working on for your thesis project?
Yeah. I guess it's kind of complicated to describe, but I'm working on it started out as a book of flash fiction, and now it's kind of grown into this sort of, blend of flash fiction and prose poetry and sort of everything in between, kind of. But it's going to be hopefully have one narrative going through it. It's about these two women and girls at various points in their life and their sisters, and that's about as much as I got so far.
Well, and I guess it's pretty interesting to listen to people talk about how they can cross genres, and it's not, people don't define themselves just as a poet or just as a short story writer or just as a flash fiction writer. So it's pretty interesting to you don't have to make this define yourself with a very rigid description. You can really work and find where the characters lead you.
Yeah, for sure.
So one of the things that you've been working on lately is a magazine called Untethered. So give me a little bit of a background on the magazine, and you can even hold it up and show it to us.
This is our newest issue of Untethered. This is our 4th issue, so it's been, we started it, I believe, in the last summer, 2014, I guess we launched it. Yeah, so I started it with a few friends of mine, sort of toward the end of our time at York in the writing program. I also did publishing at York, and we kind of just sort of one day were like, do you want to start a literary magazine? Like, yeah, I guess we should do that. And then it was kind of just sort of on the back burner for a while, and then we all volunteered at Descant magazine for a while in some capacity. And after my internship there ended, I kind of really just missed it a lot. It was a really great experience, and I learned so much, and I made so many awesome connections there, and and just working with the writers that were in the issue, and it was a lot of fun. So we kind of sparked it up again and decided we would do it for real this time, and then we did.
So is there a challenge that occurs when you are working towards a print magazine in a world that's gone so digital?
Yes, I suppose. Yeah. When we first started, a lot of people said to me, "You're not really starting a print journal, are you? Like, are you serious?" It's definitely tough. Mostly funding-wise. I mean, we're very dedicated to sort of having the physical book, and we want to keep that up. And we may branch out online a little bit more in the future. We're hoping to try that out. But we are very committed to having the book. It's mostly just a matter of funding right now.
And so, who are the writers? Who are the creators?
The creators, right now it's run by myself and a friend of mine, Stephanie McKechnie. She's in Toronto right now, doing her thing. She's also a writer. We have a lot of the people, we're all volunteers, so a lot of our volunteer team is from our Descant family. So yeah, we've got writers. We've published writers from all over Canada, a lot from Saskatoon, a lot of people from the MFA program who I've met here, and the artist actually is also from Saskatoon, Tyson. He did this awesome work. He also designed the cover for us for this issue, so that was awesome. Yeah.
And so, so how do you attract the writers to the magazine?
I don't know. We mostly just promote on social media, through word of mouth. We've made a lot of friends and had our friends submit, met a lot of writers and they tell other writers. We've been getting pretty consistently every issue a lot more submissions than the last, so it's definitely been growing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your readership, tell me a little bit about who reads Untethered.
It's a good question. I guess we have a pretty sweet community in Toronto right now. Our launches are always a lot of fun. There's always a lot of familiar faces there. Yeah, I guess mostly probably writers.
And I guess though it is a print journal, the digital world is your community, and that's how people find out about this magazine.
For sure, yeah.
So with Tyson's work, tell me a little bit about this cover.
This cover just kind of, I don't know, the image just kind of stuck with us for after we saw it for a really long time. I don't know what it is about it. A lot of the work in this issue it fit a lot with our theme. We actually ended up with a theme for this issue, which we've never had before. We didn't plan it. Kind of just happened, and it was kind of sort of revolves around like negotiating, deconstructing and constructing identity, which was really fitting for us because that's sort of what we're doing right now too. We don't really have a specific niche, I guess, just yet. It's quite broad. We've never had a theme. We've never tried to have a themed issue or anything like that, and it just kind of fell into our lap. So we were really happy about that.
And do you think that you'll have themed issues in the future?
I think we might. Yeah, we'd like to.
So what's next for Untethered? Are you already collecting work for the next?
We are. Get submissions. We got submissions while we were putting this one together. Get submissions all the time.
Is it poetry? Is it prose? What does it include?
We've got poetry in there for sure. We've got some visual poetry and there's a really sweet spoken word piece in there. We've got some fiction as well and some nonfiction. Yeah.
Wow. Nicole, it's been really nice to talk to you. I hope that, where can people get this? Can they order it online? Or?
They can definitely order it online through us at our website. It's alwaysuntethered.com. And you can get it here in Saskatoon at McNally Robinson.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. It's I hope lots of people go out and get it and the magazine continues to grow and grow.
Thanks.
This has been Lit Happens. I'm Danica Lorer. You can catch past issues on Shaw TV Saskatoon. Look for Lit Happens. Thank you for watching.